Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over there. It is a Monday. It is a, what is it, the 22nd of October. We're up and at 'em. It's, first off, you mentioned last week that you may not be here tomorrow. Is that the case?
Oh, I won't be here tomorrow.
You won't be here tomorrow.
Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I've got to do a shoot for the TV with Camity, our lovely reporter, and we've got to head out and about and do some things. So tomorrow will be an off day.
Tomorrow will be an off day.
Yes.
I wanted to know because I'm not going to set my alarm. I'm just going to see how late I can sleep in.
Hey, look at you.
I know.
Why not? Try. You know what I do? Go for 11. This is what you got. For you, you're probably going to have to stay up until about the time I will be waking up tomorrow morning. And then you go to bed and you'll
What I think I'm going to do is go to bed. I usually go to bed about midnight now, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if I doze off on the couch, it's 1 or 2, but I'm sleeping on the couch ahead of time. But I think what I'm going to do is go for midnight, and I'm just going to bet myself that I still wake up at about 7:47 because that seems to be the time I roll over and look at the clock every day.
Yeah, it's weird. I have a hard time sleeping in on the weekends because Max is at the age where I don't have to get up when he gets up. If he gets up at 8:30 or whatever, he can make his own breakfast. He can watch cartoons, whatever. Daddy, especially if Daddy had a couple of the night before, Daddy can sleep in till 10.
Father of the year.
I don't typically. Here's the thing: is I can't do that though. It doesn't matter. Even if I was able to go out the night before, I'm still up by 8:30, 9 o'clock. I physically, for whatever reason, and I'm not saying that's like, oh, look at me, I can get up. I hate it. I hate not being able to sleep in. I used to love when I was younger, back in my 20s, where I could sleep till PM easily. I could easily sleep past noon, and I loved that, and I just can't do it anymore.
Right. So today you're just like, well, Max, here's some trick cereal and some firecrackers, and just leave me alone.
Yourself, yeah, you can be Daddy. Daddy has a headache. No. Oh, I did.
Oh, the picture you paint.
Friday night, it was all about the breast cancer benefit, Bras for a Cause I did with Lauren out in Holland, and that was awesome. Had a great time, raised a bunch of money.
Saw some pictures.
Frolicked around in my tawdry wares.
You were among your people.
I was among the people, yes. It was a good time, and I paced myself. I didn't overdo it. I felt actually okay on Saturday, which was amazing. Mm-hmm. I kept the scotch to, I don't want to say a minimum, but it was a workable amount where I was loose, but I wasn't over the top, and that was good. I found a happy medium there.
Oh, good for you. Well, good.
In the haze of pseudo drunkenness.
Were you bringing this up because you needed praise, or were you bringing this up because
I would like a little pat on that, a little bit. I just know I would like to inform people of how the weekend went and what I did. And I'm a Scotch man now, so I'm refined. I'm a little more sophisticated.
Right. See,
I'm better than most.
Whereas my charitable acts usually go kind of quiet, left unspoken.
Well, what's the point of doing charity if you can't tell people about how great you are for doing the charity? I'm
boastfulness
awesome
will get you.
Because I did this great.
Tell you what.
charity
Remember last week we talked about checking in at the gate with St. Peter?
Yeah.
Ask him about boastfulness when you get there.
Those 2 things that I do every year, the no more sidelines and the Bras for a Cause. I'm pretty awesome.
2 things you do every year.
I do 2 things.
You were the king of the give back.
Then I get the other 363 days off.
That's right. Well, thank you for your
363 days. It's about Dave.
That's right.
The other 2 days kind of be about some other people.
Your never-ending ability to give back. Wow.
It's good to take a break from the narcissism every now and then.
Well, it's important to do that.
It's about, because it's not always about number one. It doesn't have to be about number one all the time. Most of the time, yes. But it can be about others on occasion. 2 times a year. Then we're good.
Why don't you do something about the news here?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Let's get into it. Several powerful earthquakes have been reported in Canada. One quake measured a 6.8 near Vancouver Island. 3 other quakes were also measured in the 6.5 to 6.8 range. So far, no major injuries have been reported. But, man, these earthquakes seem to be getting more and more. And if I were in California, I don't know that I would be nervous. I would, because you're overdue for that 1906 or 1989 kind of thing that really shakes things up.
I've told you,
know.
and I know I sound like a broken record, but the one to watch is Yellowstone.
Yeah. Well, then
when that thing blows, dude, it's done. We're over.
We're done. Well, see, that doesn't worry me, because when that happens, that's okay. You're done, right? Like then.
That's it.
When it blows, we're obliterated. It'll probably happen when I'm asleep, so who cares? But yeah, California, I don't know. I would not want to be living near. If I find out I'm living near a fault line, I move away.
Yep. Well, I mean, everybody's living near a fault line. You can break anywhere underneath you.
Yeah, but for the most, we know where they mostly happen. I want to improve my odds. I'm about playing the odds. That's why I win money at casinos, because I don't stick around, and I don't double down when the dealer's showing a face card, even if I have an ace. Okay, I'm not doubling down on that. You got a face card. I'm not doubling down. Play the odds. That's how you do it. One to grow on. Keep that in mind, young gamblers and people who live in earthquake territory. What?
Nothing. I'm waiting for your next story.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to interject more editorial commentary. Okay,
no, we'll
move on. The United Nations drug strategy is reportedly a complete failure. This, according to the latest report, efforts by the UN to eliminate the illegal drug market by 2019. Well, that's not going to happen. Drug-related deaths have increased by 145%.
Wow.
The last 10 years, 71,000 overdose deaths in 2017 in the U.S. alone.
I'll ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Morphine, opiates, all this other kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. This stuff has been problematic since before it was even illegal. This used to be legal. You could get morphine cough syrup. You could get, and you still can. I mean, you can get the prescription version of it and all this other kind of stuff. But you used to be able to just go in and buy this kind of stuff, and then they made it illegal, and now it's back to where it's a sincere problem again. And when are we going to wake up to this? I mean, it's a repeating cycle of the same thing over and over and over again. People, absolutely. I mean, opiates are a sincere problem, and we just keep repackaging them and coming up with new ways to get them in people's hands, and nothing gets fixed. Man, this goes back to the teens and 20s.
Well, it goes back further than I've been afraid of morphine since 1983 when I saw that episode of Little House on the Prairie where Albert became addicted, and then he had to go. Oh, that was horrible. The most horrific thing I'd ever seen on a show was they had morphine addiction in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Holy balls! That was crazy.
And then let me ask you this. Let me ask you this too. I want to know where certain drugs that have come and gone over the years, mm-hmm. because these things can be beat. I want to ask you this: where's angel dust?
That's interesting. PCP, I remember that from Trading Places.
Dude, do you remember back in the day, every time you turned around, there was some local TV news special that had angel dust or angel death or whatever the hell they were pitching and scaring you away from? It's gone. Yeah. So if you're telling me they can't find a drug and get rid of it and cut it off at the source, I call bullshit, because I think they can get rid of them, and I'm telling you, dude, something here stinks.
I don't think, I think I'm not a conspiracy theorist by nature, but I do think there is some truth to what you're saying, that if they wanted to really get rid of these drugs, I think they probably could.
Yeah,
I really do. I think you're right. I don't know that I'm right, and I don't know but it makes what you're saying actually make sense. And I don't say that to you very often because you rarely make sense. But in this particular instance, I've been
thinking about that a lot lately. Yeah. I mean, these drugs, they pop up and they're trouble. And I mean, do you ever hear anybody talking about acid anymore?
I know, no, acid was not. And I remember that freaked me out because it made your brain bleed. And the idea of my brain, yes, it did.
Oh, acid shut up! It did not.
Yes, it does.
It made you hallucinate.
Acid makes your brain bleed. It makes you lose. Yes, research that. Acid makes your brain bleed.
Okay.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, dude, if they really want to nip these things in the bud, I mean, nip it, like Barney would have said, they can do it.
Yeah.
Because PCP and angel dust and all this other kind of crap, it ain't around anymore.
Well, come November, we're all going to be playing hacky sack, wearing berets.
Well,
Smelling
and you joke too, but and again, nobody under 21 and don't drive under the influence. Yeah. Period. But
it's going to be a tie-dye culture.
It ain't as bad as alcohol.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I absolutely look. I would put it. Yeah, I would say you're probably right with that. And I'm not a pothead, but I'm not anti-pot, so I don't really care. Like I said, if nothing else, this will get people. To just shut up about it because I was just tired of the conversation. Dude, you don't understand how great it is. Fine, whatever. I don't care. It's going to be legalized. It'll be fine. And we'll go about our day, and you can just shut up and stop talking to me about how great weed is. Okay, I know. It's fine. Anyway, finally, price at the pump is going down. The average price down to around $265. Muskegon, Grand Rapids, most of West Michigan, some lakeshore areas dropped under $250 over the weekend.
What?
Statewide average is $278.
See, I got $275 and thought I got a bargain. So apparently I'm an idiot.
Going down. It's going down, yeah. And they say this price.
I still think that they sit there and they wait for me to drive off, and then they put the price down.
Well, once again, because you and I are both, you're a closet narcissist. I'm more out in the open.
I'm not a closet narcissist.
You're just saying, see, they wait for me to go, and then I go because it's about me.
That's just the way it works. I'm a dumb Irishman. That's what they do.
Gotcha.
They're like, we got this mark. As soon as he drives off, let's drop it a dime.
Because once again, it's all about Andy. There you go. And so your narcissism coming. You occasionally takes peeks out of the closet, huh? Yeah, I'm here.
Are we going to do the close to the camera thing, Dave?
No, we're not. Okay.
Dave.
All right. I'm moving on to sports. I'm going to completely ignore this because you know how I feel about it. It just irritates me, and I'm not playing along.
Hey, talk about that big game.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Lions beat the Fish 32-21.
What?
They improved to 3-3. Lions could end up. They're not going to win the division because it's going to be Minnesota, but I think the Lions are going to sneak in as a wild card in the playoffs this year.
Did the Lions win?
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
beat Miami.
How about that?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to tell you that I got $1 for you. Michigan, of course, beat Michigan State 21-7. I've been wiping the egg off my face since Saturday after that one. And I told a friend of mine, my friend Kenny works at the station. He's a Michigan fan. He's one of the few I can tolerate because he's not a complete dick after they win. But Michigan dominated that game. That game was not close. It was not a 14-point game. Even when it was 7-7, when Michigan State tied it up in the second half after a gift fumble,
right?
They couldn't move the ball at all. Michigan dominated that game.
That's what happened.
Michigan could be a playoff team. I mean, sure, they'll end up getting waxed by Alabama. Nobody's going to come within 2 touchdowns. And, hey, congratulations, Wolverine fans. You've won 3 out of the last 11 against Michigan State. You got to crawl before you walk, but that was a good win, and it was a dominating win. So, and then I take back – I made sure I did this on the TV. I took back what I said about quarterback Shea Patterson, who you have no idea who he is. He's Michigan's quarterback. Okay. I said he was like – he had the name – he sounded like, he was a Princeton lacrosse player, but he didn't play like a Princeton lacrosse player. He played like a big-time college quarterback, and that was a big win for Michigan. So congratulations. I sit corrected. I've been humbled. You're welcome.
Thank you. Now, what was this about the $1?
No, I was gonna give you $1 if you could name one other player on Michigan besides Shea Patterson, who I just gave you.
Tariq Black.
Tariq Black? No, there's nobody.
Tariq Black.
No.
Wide receiver. Rashawn Gray.
You're Googling stuff now, you douche. No. See, that's why I hate taking it from you, because you legitimately don't care. You just don't care, and you just dig. You just take the needle, you just dig it in there, and you're a douche about it. So you're the Michigan fan that bothers me. You bother me more than anybody else because you don't care.
Yeah, well, you're still riding on my coattails, so get used to it.
All right.
Have yourself a great Monday.
We'll see you Wednesday.